Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Mike. I wasn't going to do this video. I didn't feel like it was necessary, but I posted a video about the Stout and I called it my knife of the year, unofficially. Now I'm going to officially do that. I figured I might as well. So these are most, if not all, the knives that I bought in 2022 that came out in 2022 that I'm aware of. I may be wrong about some of these. Some of these may have come out like at the end of 2021, and so it's not technically 2022, but anyways, there's other knives that you may have seen on my channel that might have come out in 2022. They're not here because I've sold them. So these are what I have. Anyways, you get the idea. Without any further ado, let's start Sharpened Blades 2022 Knife of the Year video. Hooray! So up first we have my budget knives. I might as well do a budget knife of the year as well. So this is the only one I'm concerned about. I don't know if it came out in 2022 or really late 2021, but I'm pretty sure it came out in 2022. The rest of these, all I know, came out in 2022. This one's a prototype. This is not the production model. It's very close to the production model though, so I'll count it as that. And so yeah, anyways, so what we've got here is the Tucson TS174, the Canadian Knife Company Sleeper, or the Sleeper, CJRB button lock feldspar. We've got the Devo Knives Growler, and the Artisan Cutlery Ahab. So up first, might as well go left to right. Got the Ahab here. This is a really funky looking knife. It's got a nice action to it. That was kind of a bad flip, but anyway. Ergos are solid. It's a nice, like I said, funky looking. It is a nice design. I like that. Very smooth drop. Great thumb flick. Really nice, super slicey knife. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's a pain in the ass to take it apart. Then up next we have the Devo Knives Growler. Another really nice looking design. Really good ergos. Really slicey blade. It's a flat grind, but it's a very tall grind. So, super slicey. But, the micarta is kind of cheap feeling. The pocket clip was kind of over bent a bit. Now, I do have another video coming. This isn't really very fair of me to do this. I was talking to Kevin, and I had a few QC issues with this knife. So he's sending me another growler to take a look at. So I gotta get the new one in. I just included this in the video because this design did come out in 2022. I included it in the video, but I'm just not going to count it because I need to get the other one in hand before I can really make up my mind on that. But this isn't a review of things. This is I'm just kind of mostly an overview of stuff I bought in 2022. We have the feldspar button lock, a nice button lock. One of the best budget button locks I've felt. Again, it's just a feldspar, so that sounded bad, but you know, it's a typical feldspar. Excellent ergos, great blade, nice and slicey. It's just a really nice thumb flick button lock knife. We've got the Sleeper from Canadian Knife Company. Good ergos, nice tall flat grind. It is slicey as well. I have a review on this knife on the channel. It's not as smooth a drop. I mean, it's smooth, but it's not as drop shutty as, say, the Growler is. It was tuned this way so that it doesn't drop and then poke you in the thumb. So, anyways, nice knife, just not budget knife of the year. Because this knife right here, this would be my budget knife of the year for 2022. If it came out in 2022, which I'm pretty sure it did. This is the TS174. Oh, drop, buddy. This is a front flipper and a thumb flicker. Really nice knife. Like, that action is fantastic. The detent is dialed in perfectly for both deployment methods. Fit and finish is very good. There's a few, well, I guess there's just one issue, right? Oh, if it helps if I hold up to the camera. One issue right there of the micarta inlay sticking up, but everything else really well done. Really nice micro milling on the titanium. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think you kind of can. No, it's a really nice knife. I really like this design a lot. Great knife. So yeah, budget knife of the year for me. Boop, 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 boop. Next up we have a couple of slip joints. Jack Wolf knives. Really got me into slip joints. I am so impressed by the fit and finish on these. I don't really need to go into much detail on this. Those of you that have handled a Jack Wolf knife will know how amazing these feel in hand. So this is the, I might as well open them up for you. That would probably be a good idea. This is the Cyborg Jack in pink camo carbon. And this is the Venom in OD green micarta. Excellent, excellent, excellent slip joints. I love these knives. These are the best slip joints that I've handled in 2022. I think they are probably the only ones I've handled in 2022, but still, they're excellent knives. I love them. If I had to pick one, I'd say probably this one's my favorite, just because I like the blade shape more. So, slip joint of the year. Oh, also, these slips don't come with the knives. These are from Northwoods Leather Works Co. These are fantastic slips. You gotta check them out. Check out Troy on Instagram. Awesome slips. Next up, we got some EMP EDCs in the house. EMP EDC is one of my favorite knife companies. I bought these this year. Pretty sure they're from 2022, all of them. Pretty sure. The pre-orders might have happened before, but these dropped in 2022. So first up, you've got the Nimble W. Then we have, sideways so it looks a little better, the Nimble T. And then we have the Nimble Liner Lock. The Nimble Liner Lock. All three of these knives are fantastic. My favorite, though, is the Nimble Liner Lock. It's a bit thicker. Here, let me close these up and show you. It's a bit thicker than the regular Nimble, so it feels much nicer in my hand than the other ones. There's that extra thickness, just fills the hand more, and it feels a lot more comfortable for me. Again, I have arthritis in my hand, so that's why I like a thicker knife. But yeah, if I had to pick my favorite EMP EDC design this year, it would be the Nimble Liner Lock. And last but not least, we have the big dogs. These are the more expensive knives. Some of them are more expensive than others. So first up, we've got the Alliance Designs Kraken. Oh, I gotta do that again where I'm not talking. Oh, that almost deafened me. It's so loud. That is quite a flick. This is an excellent knife. I love this knife. I just got it not too long ago. So I haven't carried it enough to really say whether or not it wouldn't be fair to call this knife of the year. I know everyone knows I didn't, because you've seen my other video, hopefully. It is a fantastic knife. I really like the action on this. I do slip off the thumb disc every once in a while, but yeah, it's just a great knife, and it looks fantastic as well. We have the Sharp by Design Apex. Another really nice looking knife. Very clean lines. I'm not usually a big fan of holes in the handle. I don't know, it just works on this knife for me. I'm not sure why. I do like it on this. The only thing I don't like is the access to the lock bar. It works, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable. So, I gotta be more picky when it comes to knives in this price range as far as knife of the year goes. So that's why this is not a contender for knife of the year. Well, it is a contender, but this is why it's not knife of the year for me. Otherwise, it's a very solid knife, but also the pocket clip is a little uncomfortable, so Anyway, I'm going to skip this one for now. We have the CK Maverick S from CK Knives, Christensen Knives, CK Designs, I don't know. Anyways, the Maverick S. This is such a smooth knife. There's a little bit of lock stick. I have yet to take this apart to try to fix that. The lockup is very early. It's almost non-existent. Hopefully I can fix that too. But yeah, the knife is really nice, other than that lockup issue, but so smooth. I love the look of it. It feels good in hand. Really nice knife, but again, like the Kraken, I basically just got it within the last month or so, so I haven't carried it enough to really be able to call it knife of the year. And the same goes for this one, but this is like one of the more expensive ones in my collection, so I left it for second to last just because. This is the CKF Evo 3.0. This knife is fantastic. I love it. Again, I just got it, so I haven't carried it enough for it to really be much of a contender for knife of the year. But I gotta say, because of that heavier blade, the reverse flick on it, for me, the detent could be a little stronger, but I don't think I'd want it any stronger, but it's just not as satisfying of a reverse flick as I find on the knife of the year, the Devo Knives Stout. Yes, it's official. The Stout is the knife of the year for 2022. For me, it's a fantastic knife. I love it. I just released a review on this, so I'm not going to go into that too much more detail. But the reverse flick, the action, is just so smooth. The detent is so good. The detent is so perfectly dialed in. The ergos, everything. It's just, I love the fact that there's different scale options I can put on here. Like, you know, I always like being able to upgrade my knives easily, and this was very easy to upgrade. So I love this knife so much. This is definitely knife of the year for 2022, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you made it to this point. If you did make it to this point, good for you. Seriously though, thank you so much for watching. Take care.